Okay, now it's ready. Oh man, I hope that's not loud. I futzed around with the mic a little bit against my better judgment, but yeah, hope it sounds good. Anyway, hey guys, thank you to everybody who showed up for the. Thank you, hey Stream Elements. Thank you for anybody who showed up at the test stream. I will not be putting that up on the channel. It was just a test stream, nothing really to worry about. All right. Anyway, not that really big, nothing super big announcements. Just emerge from eyeball deep into Fire Emblem Engage to take a quick peek into Hi-Fi Rush, because that was another game that was considered for a test stream. I'm glad I didn't though, because on my current setup it is laggy as all get out, so I can't imagine how it'll be while the OBS running. And it's not a good look for someone trying to play a rhythm game. So that's on the back burner until we can get like an upgrade of some sort. So anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Don't mind that. Which one was it? Shit. This one's the 6th day. Alright, anyway. February 5th. Fate. Chapter 6. Blade. The next day. After a normal morning, I entered the living room to find a complicated breakfast table. Yeah, I fucking bet, Shirou. Sorry, Sakura, I can't eat butter. Pass me the marmalade over there? Really? Tosaka-senpai, you seemed like you didn't like sweet things. Nonsense. No such girl exists. It's not that I don't like sugar, but I can't take it. If I let my guard down, I grow where you can't see, so I can only eat sweets once a week. But you're still eating marmalade, senpai? I eat sugar in the mornings. I have to at least a bit, or the backlash later on could get scary. I see. Even if you only eat twice a day, it will get worse if you eat twice as much. That's right. Hey, I wasn't going to say anything, but you eat a lot, Saber. You have a small frame, but you're eating as much as Sakura. Is that so? I think I am average. I believe the bread Sakura is eating is much more substantial than mine. That's not true. You, Tosaka-senpai, and I'll have 2 slices of toast. But the thickness is different. Ours are 1 centimeter thick, while yours are 2, so you are eating a lot. You are in your growing period, so it is good to get energy. How about eating not just 1, but actually finishing your share, Ren? I'm telling you, I can't. It's not like I'm Sakura and all the nutrients go to my chest. If you eat a lot in the morning, it'll increase. I don't eat breakfast, so I'm compromising already. Tosaka-senpai, please don't talk about that in front of senpai. You say it will increase, but why you avoid using specific terms, Ren? Well, it's about those things you can see. Oh, well, you can see Sakura's, so you can leave her out of this. So please don't talk about it. Take a bite out of the well-done toast. Perhaps my brain just doesn't follow what's going on in front of me, but I'm eating toast and not joining in the conversation. Well, I mean, there's no room for me to cut in anyway, so... I guess I didn't need to worry. They seem to have a good relationship for now. Tosaka's the same as always, and Saber's more open than she was last night. Sakura's... well, she still seems a bit resistant to Saber, but it doesn't look like she dislikes her. I'm worried about the fact that Fujini isn't here, but she should be here tonight. That shock last night must have been a big one. Well, she'll probably come and eat dinner, so I think she'll have calmed down by then. Breakfast ends and I start cleaning up. Senpai, is it really okay to leave all the cleaning up to you? Yeah, I'll do it. You got a club to go to. There was that incident yesterday, so you should probably go. Yes, then I'll go on ahead, Senpai. And let us know if you need to sick Ren on Shinji. Sakura bows also to Tosaka and leaves the living room in a hurry. That leaves the three of us. Which means once Sakura leaves, the three of us, who know the secret, remain. Then I shall excuse myself as well. Please call upon me if you need anything. See you, Saber. Oh. See you, Saber. I'll look after Shirou, so please take care of this place while we're gone. Yes, please take care of Shirou, Rin. Let's adjust my chair awkwardly. Bowing lightly to Tosaka, Saber returns to her room. Well, I guess there's nothing to do here. So she must want to save her energy by sleeping, but, Jeez, does she only really think about fighting? Of course. You should start to show some more willingness of Saber, or Saber will lose patience with you. Even though her wound isn't healed yet, she's not one to stay quiet forever, right? The clicking sound. As she makes this weird comment, Tosaka turns on the TV. Oh, it's this news again. The morning news streams from the TV. I listen to it while washing the dishes in the kitchen. Wow. The content is the same as the news I heard a while ago. They're saying there was another gas leak incident over in the Shinto area. That's stupid. That kind of thing is happening here too. Hold on. Oh. They're saying there's a gas leak incident over in the Shinto area. That's stupid. That kind of thing happens here too. Hold on. Did Tosaka say something kind of worrying? Tosaka, what do you mean by that? It's that the people are weakening with no obvious cause, right? People that have lost consciousness without an obvious cause carried off to the hospital in a coma. That must be a lot of them by now. There doesn't seem to be a danger in the victims' lives right now, but what happens in the future will depend on what the instigator decides. What? Wait. Hold on. Not only in the neighboring town, but over here too? Comas with no cause? Numerous victims? No, the problem is... Tosaka, are you saying it's the work of another master? Who else could it be? Please get used to it. You're a master too, you know. I mean, that's true. But why didn't you tell me before? This incident is simple. The master that put up the bounded field at school is 3rd class, but this master is 1st class. He isn't killing anyone. He's just storing power by absorbing half their lives. Well, it's true that the speed is slower, but it doesn't... it's true that the speed is slower, but it doesn't break the rules of Magi. Fuck. And there's no need to push oneself. This master is stealing the simplest form of magical energy, life force, out of people in the city from a place far away. Place far away? Can this person collect magical energy from such a distance? It must be a really skilled mage. Both Shinto and Miyama City, only great mages can create an absorption that covers 2 towns. Or maybe the master has secured a superior spiritual ground. My father was saying something about a ley line in Fuyuki City, so if one took a position there, they could easily collect life force. Hey, Tosaka. There weren't any references to it in Father's study, so if there is one, it'll be in the master's room. Oh man, that place is so weird even now, so I'd like to stay away from it if I can. But then all I can do is ask Kyrie. No, I can't be in debt to him. Tosaka, hey. There's no answer. It's no good. Tosaka's immersed in talking to herself. Well, I guess I'll just focus on other things. We reach the school gate with Tosaka half-heartedly. The front gate has students arriving at school, and the school is starting another normal day. But still, there's a weird feel to it. I went through the front gate without noticing it yesterday, but I can certainly sense it now, if I look for it. How can I put this? It's so calm that even my instincts go numb. Like Novocaine. You're right. The air is different from outside. Like sweet honey. Oh, that's the way you feel it, huh? You're unskilled at detecting magical energy, but you might be sensitive to disorders in the world. Tosaka ponders. But sweet honey, huh? Speaking figuratively, it's like an insectivorous plant? Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. An insectivorous plant. That's a bad image. Really? I don't think your instinct is off, but in this school, everyone will be eaten alive when the lid of the bounded field closes. She sees through the aspect I didn't say and I gasp. Didn't want to talk about it. As I thought, you're fun because you're easy to understand. Whatever. I'm not enjoying myself. Don't get mad. Don't worry because I know what you want to say. You think you don't want to involve the students here, and I don't want to use this place as a battlefield. So there's only one thing to do, right? Those are words to test me. Tosaka's telling me the Holy Grail War. The enemy I said I will fight against. The master who is willing to drag in innocent people in order to win at this school. I know we have to find the master who constructed this bounded field and do something about it. If he isn't willing to remove the bounded field, we'll just have to beat him. That's right. I'm glad you understand. Well then, I'll look for whoever constructed this bounded field, so you go check on suspicious areas. I already looked around, but there might have been something I missed. You seem good at finding these points, so I'll let you do it. Tosaka waves her hand and runs into the school building. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh no. Hey, even if you say that, I have no idea. What kind of place are the suspicious ones? Tosaka! To put it in your words, somewhere where the air is sweet. Just look for a place where the honey is really sweet. She yells back, running. And Tosaka disappears into the school building. Why is she running away like that? I don't get what she's thinking. Oh, shit. The bell for homeroom rings. Why didn't she tell me? I hold my bag and run full speed. After the incident yesterday, who knows what Fujini will say if I'm late. It's lunchtime, baby. Even though it's only a temporary release from classes, the students run about the school busily. Alright, I won't look suspicious walking around now. I'll just look like a truant. I finish lunch in a few minutes and go out into the hallway. This is no time to complain that I've never done anything like this before. The battle's already begun. So I have to find this suspicious place, just like I was talking about in my own way. I guess I should start with places where there aren't many people. Well, an hour until lunch break ends. I hope I can get good results out of this. After checking through the school building, I go outside just in case. Nothing wrong with the ground or behind the school building. This area is just too different. Could it be here too? There were several strange places inside the school building as well. Unpopular places like behind the stairs or within empty classrooms. This place is different. Far from nobody coming here, this is a place where people come every day. Why didn't I notice? Talking about strangeness, this place is the strangest. I mutter, grasping my chest. This place is somehow suffocating. The thick wind and moist air aren't just strange. No, once I notice the smell, I actually feel like throwing up. Just like I was saying that there's a basis point for a bounded field. I don't know how many there are, but this must mean the first basis point's around here. And there should be some kind of sign of it. No good. As I have no skill in detecting magical energy, there's no way I can see the sign. It's constructing the battlefield. I guess it can't be helped. I'll go and tell Tosaka about this place and... What? Are you looking for something, Emiya? Gosh. I turn around at the sudden voice standing in front of the deserted archery dojo is... Shinji. Hey, what a coincidence. I came because I had business in that area too. Did you happen to see it? With a grin. Mato Shinji asks this happily. See what? There's nothing here. Oh, so you did see it. I see. So that's why you were with Tosaka. That's right. It's more efficient to join up with other masters. Shinji, you... Don't guard yourself too much, Emiya. It's you and me. Let's not hide anything from each other. I don't know who you have, but you were forced into this ugly role of a master too, right? Shinji states it clearly without holding anything back. That he, Mato Shinji, is also a master. Are you a master too, Shinji? That's what I'm telling you. Oh, but don't get it wrong. I don't intend to fight with anyone. Well, I'll certainly retaliate with deadly force if I'm attacked. But I won't do anything when nothing's done to me. See? I'm like you in that regard. Right? Shinji laughs. From his words, there seems to be no doubt that Shinji's a master, but... he's also a giant tool. Well, I'm also surprised to find out you're a master. Let's call us equal in that regard. So, do you want to discuss something? Discuss? I mean, I don't really mind. What do you got something on your mind? About what to do now? Like I said earlier, I have no intention of fighting, but others aren't the same, right? So I feel uneasy unless I prepare for future misfortunes. It's troubling alone, but don't you think something would be possible with the two of us? In other words, he's asking me to cooperate with him. Well, let's not talk here. We don't know if someone might overhear us, so let's go somewhere else. Yeah, my place would be good. Tosaka won't be able to notice, and it's safe if we're attacked. What are you talking about, dude? Lunch break is almost over. If you have... Are you stupid? We can skip class. Let's go, Emiya. I'm happy to know that you're a master, so don't alienate me too much. I can't, man. People get suspicious if we skip classes. Damn, you're stubborn. Oh, I see. You're right. People would normally stay safe. But don't worry. I won't attack you no matter what. See? Do I look like someone who could attack you from behind? See. Guess you're right. I certainly can't just follow you. Well, it's alright. You have a servant with you too. I won't pick a fight against such a dangerous opponent. Does Shinji think I have Saber with me? Like, right now? That's dumb. Shinji wouldn't have a servant. Shinji couldn't see a servant in spirit form. That's why he's wrongly guessing that I have Saber with me right now. Let's just go. It'll be no good if Tosaka finds us. Saying that, Shinji starts to walk away. I guess I gotta follow him. I'm interested in see what Shinji has to say, so I guess I'm skipping the afternoon classes. Are Japanese schools just like cool with kids skipping in the middle of the day? We go up the hill road. Because like this isn't the first, anyway. In the western style houses on the opposite side of my house. I guess Tosaka's at the top, but I recall that Mato's house is a bit farther, below, as if avoiding public eyes. It's an amazing building as always. I came here to play a few times during middle school, but I haven't been near it recently. I haven't been invited since I became estranged from Shinji, and most of all, Sakura doesn't like me coming to this house. Even though it's daytime, it's dim on the inside the house. This building is made so that sunlight cannot enter it, and there aren't many lights in here. I'm kind of exaggerating, but you'd walk into the wall if you're not used to this place. Emiya, this way. I'm in the living room. I don't know when he went in, but I can hear Shinji's voice from an inner room. Even though it's been a year, my body still remembers this place, and I make my way to the living room without getting lost. There's no kind of light in the living room either. The curtains are closed and the sunlight's blocked off. There are no artificial lights, and the living room is in the dark. Emiya, over here. I look over in the direction of the voice. There's Shinji, sitting in a chair, and his weird little creep show. A figure of a woman like crystallized darkness. Let me introduce her. This is my servant, Ryder. I feel a chill. It's so bad that the back of my neck hurts like it's been slashed. Weren't we going to talk with just the two of us, Shinji? I back up a bit and manage to say that. Oh no, it's just a precaution. I'd be scared if you just came and attacked me, so I have to have Ryder by my side. Totally not showing her off or anything. Hashtag humble brag. Stretching his hand out, Shinji touches his black servant, Ryder. He caresses from the waist down to her thighs as if tasting them. Ryder doesn't move at all. She stands there like a statue and keeps watch over me with covered eyes. It can't just be an illusion, but it feels like she sees even my fingertips shivering. You're like this even when you've invited someone? Aren't you being a little too wary, Shinji? It's your territory. It was just a joke. I know you can't do anything like that. But your servant's a different story. Even I had trouble training mine, so it's not unusual for a servant not to obey its master. So I think of it as just keeping a small check on things. A servant that doesn't obey its master? I mean, I guess Ryder in front of me is different from Saber. Saber's quiet, but not cold-hearted. But I can only feel coldness from Ryder. A human lacking humanity. A black figure like discolored blood. She doesn't seem like a servant, nor a heroic spirit. She's so inorganic, it's no sense of lightness. Ryder's a way to keep a check on my servant. I don't feel too good about that. Sorry, but I'm just a novice, so I'm not experienced like you are. Please forgive me for that. It's not like I'm experienced either. Is that so? Then you should summon yours too. We would understand each other better that way, and it's more fair. Yeah, that'll be great. Hey, Emiya, I showed you mine, so please, unzip and show me yours. So, Shinji's wrongly guessing that Sarah is with me. Also, what was that about unzipping? What? It'd be best to let him keep thinking that. No thanks. I might have if you hadn't said the weird unzipping. Anyway, if you're going to keep me in check, that's fine. This should be enough. We're just here to talk. What's with that? Hey, I'm saying I want to see it. I don't know what you're being a snob about, but shouldn't you listen to me? I mean, then our conversation's over, dude. I didn't come to show you my servant. If that's your plan, I'm going home. Damn it. Alright. Useless as always. Shinji comments discontentedly and leans back in his chair. Alright, let's get to it. There's only one thing I want to talk about. Like I said before, do you want to collaborate with me, Emiya? I became a master, so I don't know about this Holy Grail war thing. I want to cooperate with someone I know rather than staying on my own. Hold on, can I ask you something before that? I'll answer any question after that, I swear. What, do you want to know why I became a master? Yeah, sure, whatever. As far as I know, Shinji isn't a mage. I have to know how someone like that can become a master, or I can't cooperate at all. I heard masters have to be mages as a basic prerequisite. Even though I'm inexperienced, I do know a bit of magic. I summoned my servant by accident and became a master after forming a contract, but did you summon your servant by accident and get dragged into this Holy Grail War too? If that's the case, we're the same. I won't easily be able to refuse his proposal of cooperation if that's the case. I see. You became a master by accident, huh? I see. Good. That makes it more understandable. Shinji smiles delightedly. Well, I guess it's similar in my case. The fact that I became a master against my will is the same. But don't get me wrong. I knew what a master was, and I've known about the Holy Grail War for a long time. The Mato family isn't like your family. We're a respected lineage of mages. The Mato is a lineage of mages? I never heard about that. Hold on, then you and his sister Sakura knows magic too? Calm down, Emiya. The Mato family is a family of mages, but we're already dead. I guess the ancestors of the Mato family came to this land with Tosakas, but didn't adapt to the land here. Down the generations, what's the thing? The magic circuit? That faded. And by the time I was born, the Mato blood had returned to that of an ordinary person's. None of interbreeding, you know. So members of the Mato family aren't mages. We're all just a family that used to be mages. You guys were mages. Then only the knowledge remains then? Yeah, unfortunately. But even if we don't have magic circuits, it doesn't mean to change the fact that we're studying magic. It was easy to find out about the Masters and the Holy Grail War with a bit of research. I'm able to relax, even after subtly being chosen as a master, because of the teachings from the previous generations. It's almost like they keep their grandpa locked in a box or something. Interesting. I became a master and understood the Holy Grail War because of Tosaka. Similarly, Shinji understood his situation because of the literature passed down by his family. So in other words, you were taught the knowledge of magic. Then, does Sakura know magic too? Jeez, you really don't know anything, do you? Look, a mage of an old lineage only teaches his secret arts to one. If there are two children, you can only make the eldest son the successor. You get less power if you separate something into two, right? Mages place 10 magics into one crystal and leave them behind to create a stronger blood. We don't make exceptions just because someone's from our family. So a family of mages doesn't teach magic to anyone other than their successors. It's common. Oh. So a family of mages it's common for the children who aren't chosen as the successor to be raised without knowing that the family studies magic, or that they are given out for adoption. Interesting. Thank God, man. I'm glad. Sakura's a girl who should stay in a peaceful world without magic. I can't let her get involved in a battle that forces you to kill others without reason. Well, now you know, Emiya. Even though I became a master, I'm not inexperienced with magic. You're, let's see. You say you can use a bit, but your knowledge is that of an amateur. See? Don't you think we're a good combination? Let's cooperate since both of us became masters against our will. I mean, I don't mind, but just to make sure, it's just to protect yourself, right, Shinji? No, there's that, but we have to attack the enemy right in front of us first. It seems she considers me her enemy. Considers you an enemy? What, who, like Tosaka? Of course, she wouldn't be so unkind to me if it weren't the case. Look, she's the type that won't forgive other masters. You should know that by now if you've been with her. I don't know what the reason is, but she lets her guard down when she's with you. That perfect girl has her guard down. Don't you see that it's a great opportunity to defeat her? Saying that, Shinji puts out his hand as if asking for a handshake. I don't think I can cooperate with that kind of an approach. No, I can't. If Shinji really wants to protect himself, he should talk to Tosaka too, and not just me. This weird scheming shit's not for me. And, Shinji, do you know there's someone who supervises the Holy Grail War? Yeah, that priest of the church I hear. They say he's a survivor from the last war, but I didn't go to see him since he kind of seems annoying and creepy and weird. I'm not a magus, so it's no bother to be forced to follow the mage's rules. That's weird and contradictory. If he wants to really stop fighting, he should go and see Kotomine first. Uh, Shinji, do you know about the bounded field set up at the school? I know. I can't tell, but Ryder told me. What about it? Didn't didn't you do that? Just like I said, it was the work of a master at our school. No, it's not me. There's certainly another master at that school, so it's gotta be him. Tosaka said there was only one other. You trust Tosaka too much. Well, putting that aside, Tosaka is wrong. The presence she can feel is that of the magic circuit thing, right? Then I'm not a master she can perceive because I don't have a magic circuit to begin with. From the beginning, we're people that go under the radars of the Nolan Masters. Interesting. The presence of a mage and the presence of the command spell. They're both things activated by magical energy. Then, if someone without magical energy becomes a master, the only way to identify them is to actually see them do it. Tosaka's method of searching for people with magical energy would not only overlook Shinji as a master, but she wouldn't even notice them at all. It's the thing that he hates the most. It's because Shinji doesn't have the presence of a master that Tosaka is searching for. I see. Then there must be another master that Tosaka is sensing. I should go home and warn her. Then there's no reason to stay here anymore. Hey, Emiya, what about the cooperation thing? No. I don't want to participate in beating Tosaka or anything like that. First of all, she hasn't done anything. Eventually, I will end up fighting her, but she can be trusted right now, and I want to trust her. I think it'll be too late when something happens, but if you say so, fine. I'll just wait and see. Surprisingly, Shinji seems to have given up. He doesn't try and stop me from going home, and he doesn't try to make Ryder attack me. He's a really difficult person. He acts like this, but he seems to be trying to be fair in his own way. In his own very weird way. Hey Shinji, I might be persistent, but does Sakura know about all this? She doesn't, and I have no intention of telling her. I'm the successor to the Mato family. I'll let her be my sister and not know anything. That's really gonna help, actually. I just want Sakura to stay like that. Huh. I see. If you're worried about Sakura that much, I should thank you as her brother. Alright then, I'll tell you something good, Emiya. I don't know who it is, but one of the masters is nesting at the temple. The temple? You mean Ryoto Temple? Yeah, as my servant puts it, there's a witch up there. She's supposedly collecting souls on a large scale, so it'll be a problem if we don't do something about it fast. If that's true, then that's the fifth one. And if that's the one collecting souls on a large scale, there's a high probability it's the cause of the story in this morning news. That's all. Well, Ryder, see him off. Emiya's on our side, so don't hurt him. So ordered by Shinji, Ryder approaches me. I can find... There's no... Don't be so reserved. You're my responsibility until you leave the house. So it'll be troublesome if you got hurt. Oh, Ryder, you only have to see him to the front door. He has nothing to do with me once he exits, so treat him well until then. Shinji retreats into the back room. I look silently at Ryder. Ryder, covered in black clothes, doesn't say anything. But surprisingly, looking at her closely, I notice that she has clean features. The long purple hair reaching the ground only reminds me of the smell of blood, but at the same time I understand it's really beautiful. She's wearing this outfit. It's so embarrassing to directly stare at her, but It can't be that her outfit doesn't match her face. To put it in a phrase, she's like a shrine maiden covered in blood. The contradictory appearance of one who is both holy and evil. This is the servant called Ryder. But are all heroic spirits beautiful? They're the pinnacle of humanity, so kind of. I think so while looking up at Ryder's face out of curiosity. Hey, Ryder's kind of tall. Ryder must be at least 170 centimeters tall. That's something like 5'8", I think. There's no time to calmly observe Ryder. It's a problem to be alone with her, so I should get out of this place quickly. She's just kind of silently following me. It's a little weird. Ryder really follows me out to the entrance. I wonder. She doesn't feel alive, but she might answer me if I talk to her. Yeah, why not? We're currently in the fuck around stage. Why not? Let's hope we don't find out. Ryder, is it true what Shinji said earlier? I call out to her, not expecting a response. There's no change in Ryder. Her hair flutters in the wind. Yeah, sorry for asking. It's kind of a stupid question if we're enemies. I raise my hand and thank her and exit. Then, it was not a lie. It is true that there's a witch upon the mountain. Huh? Ryder? Be careful if you are to challenge her. That witch knows man inside out. Ryder talks without interest. I notice myself getting drawn in by her voice and quickly shake my head. Yeah, thanks for the warning. And please take care of Shinji. He's always like that, so please protect him. I'm taken aback, but I manage to reply. That must have sounded funny. You must be a good person. I understand why Shinji's trying to have you on his side. Ryder smiles a bit and returns to the house after saying so. I descend the hill and return to the intersection. If I head up to the residential district on the other side, I'll be headed home, but... There's a master of Yudo Temple, huh? It's an hour's walk to the mountain. Taking the mountainside road, one can reach the mountain gates that leads to Ryudo Temple. The Ryudo Temple is a large temple in the mountain, as big as our school. Its cemetery is large, but more than that, it's a small world made up of 50 practicing monks. The people of the town are helped by the people of Ryudo Temple, but they also honor it as a sacred place that is not to be visited lightly. Come to think of it, I haven't been to Ryudo Temple recently. Ever since I went there last summer to stay there as mental training. The temple's life gets really hard during the winter, so I was thinking about returning there for the winter. What is someone who boycotted afternoon classes doing here? Speaking of the devil, or whatever. I run into Ryudo Temple's successor, Ryudo Issei. Yo, is school over already? Of course it's over. I'm heading home since I don't have anything to do for the student council. But is something wrong? You seem to be staring at the mountain. No, there wasn't anything wrong. I just felt like going home. The teachers would be out of business if people skip class just because they feel like it. So I'm asking why you were looking at the mountain. Well, you'd say it's kind of a small thing, but has there been anything weird going on at Ryudo Temple lately? Well, change is common, but nothing has drastically changed. The mountain's always peaceful, and peace makes up the ordinary days. Sorry, Issei. I'm being serious here. How rude. I'm serious, too. I guess you're right. That's good. Hey, maybe I'm just being over-anxious. Fine. If you understand, I won't joke with you. With a coffee, Issei calms down. But, there has been a change, but I wonder... A change in the temple? Yeah, not the mountain, but the air at our temple's restless. She's apparently an acquaintance of my father, but we have taken in a bothersome guest. It's a problem because she's beautiful. Jeez, why is everyone making so much commotion over one woman? One woman. Does Ryoto Temple have nuns? No, this is a special circumstance. We're letting her use a room until the wedding celebration. No, but this person is so beautiful that it even captivates me when she's getting water from the well. What do you mean a special circumstance? Hey, Issei. Are you listening? Dude? Hey. Sorry. That's why women are bad. Reject lust. Be calm, Issei. The student council president starts to recite Buddhist scriptures. God, he's so serious. It's so hard to deal with him when he gets like this. Hey. Y'all ready, Issei? No problem. My training is insufficient, so I wish to purify myself more. I guess he still didn't hear me as it disappears into the back of the town. Who knows? He's the son of a priest, who knows? The sun's already setting by the time I reach my house. I'm home first, just like yesterday. Sakura and Fujini will be here soon, and Tosaka should be back too. I guess I'll talk to her about what I heard from Shinji after Sakura and Fujini go home. There's no point in talking about it when those two are here. That decided, I have to go and prepare dinner. Tosaka got me yesterday, and I just have to put Fujini in a better mood. Cooking takes time and effort before love. If I'm to go for a sure win, I have to spend twice as much time. So, after all that, what happened is... what? I didn't lose. Stupid Tosaka-san. Bully. I'm talking about the taste of the food. It's the best dinner so far according to Fujimura-sensei, so I'm saying we should share it among everyone. I think she's saying something else. Tosaka-san said she didn't... Tosaka-san, she didn't want to eat the food Shirou cooked. That's only in the mornings. I eat dinner like normal, and we take turns cooking dinner, so it's my right to eat. If you don't like that, please take your place tomorrow. The personality just strikes precisely my weak point. Man, I didn't think you were such a terrible student. Fujini reluctantly returns to the pot at the table. And so, the specially prepared rice returns to the table safely. Hold on, Fujini, I cooked a lot, so you don't need to hurry. I made enough for everyone. That's right. But Senpai, isn't this a bit too much? Yes, 2 casks for 4 people is obviously too much. It's a pot. And it's fine. The rice today is the main dish, so there can be lots of it. And if there's any left over, I'll just make some rice balls and it'll be lunch for tomorrow or something. Oh, can I have some too? I usually don't like fried rice, but this is exceptional. There are lots of things in it. What did you use? It's basically rice mixed with mushrooms, right? There are lots of details, like the way it's using citrus instead of fried things for its aroma. Fine. I'll eat it all myself then. You watch. Fujini must have given up taking the pot for herself, and she starts to eat really fast. She empties the bowl quickly and asks for more in no time. Fine, but it won't run out even if you take it slow, Fujini. That's fine. I'm gonna eat Shirou's food, so I won't give it to some stranger. She snatches away the bowl. She's being so weird. I don't get it. Sakura's smiling awkwardly. Tosaka's ignoring Fujini and Saber's eating her food. I put in a lot of effort to make this, but it might have to be the opposite of it. It might have had the desired of the opposite effect. Fuck, whatever. You know what I meant. The dinner that was supposed to have Tosaka admit defeat ends loudly because of Fujini's strange actions. Then, see you, senpai? Yeah, Fujini, please take Sakura home safely. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Stepping lightly, Fujini holds Sakura's hand. What? Shirou, it looks like you're wondering about something. Of course I'm wondering. Usually people can't move after eating that much. Really? It was tough, but it's fine once you swallow it. So you should realize the problem. So you should realize the problem is that there's no limit to that tiger. Just as one would expect from a wild tiger. If possible, I don't want to accidentally trespassing into human society. Well, see you tomorrow. Don't stay up too late, you two. Yes. Yes. Good night, Senpai. Yeah, night, Shirou. I see the two off and return to the living room. I said I had to talk to them after dinner, so Tosok and Saber are waiting in the living room with serious expressions. Thanks. So what is it you wanted to talk about? It's about the other masters. There's something I want to tell you guys. Saber raises her brows a bit. As a servant, she must prefer battles where she uses her sword at these peaceful days. But her wounds shouldn't have healed yet. The wound on her chest made by Lancer's noble phantasm isn't something even Saber can heal quickly. Thinking about that makes me hesitate telling them about Shinji. I feel the same way as Shinji. I want to avoid starting fights, and I think the girl in front of me swinging a sword is just a disparate image. Shirou, you have something to tell us? Yeah, right. To put it simply, I went and met with Rider's Master today. What? Rider's Master? When did this happen? Ridiculous. Meeting with another master by yourself? What were you thinking? Hold on, it's all right. I'm fine. Don't get mad, please. Do not get mad. No, I am not mad. I'm only stunned by your actions. Me too. Well, it's no use arguing over what's done. So what's going on, Shirou? Just look at Saber glare at me with obvious anger in their eyes. Jeez. Has this clock always been so loud? I don't think they would say something about me being thoughtless, but I didn't think they would get this mad. Well, I met him this afternoon. I only went because he wanted to talk to me, and it's not like we fought or anything. I can tell by looking. So what kind of guy was Rider's Master? Ooh, okay, what kind of guy? Well, it is Shinji. He called out to me when I was searching for the bounded field, and he said he wanted to talk to me and asked me to follow him, so I went to Mato's house. What? Shinji? You mean that Shinji? Yeah, Ryder was obeying him, and he knew all about the Grail War. According to him, the Mato family is a lineage of mages with a history. Yeah, well, that's true, but it can't be. The Mato family was exhausted in the last generation. No matter what they do, their children will have a magic circuit, that's for certain. Tosaka declares so. If so, Shinji and Sakura must merely not have magic circuits. Yeah, Shinji said that too, but he said that they still have knowledge. Something about it being taught only to Shinji, the eldest son. Sakura apparently doesn't know anything. In short, he's a master kind of like me. He said he doesn't have any magical energy, so he would be just detected by your perceptions. You see, messed up. There certainly could be such cases. If they have grimoires remaining, he would be able to become a master. Jeez, my actions are totally obvious to him. Idiot. Tosaka's mumbling, reflecting on her actions. Tosaka's pretty close to perfect, but I think there are a few things missing. Unfortunately, they're the most crucial ones. It was a mistake on my part. I should have kept an eye on Shinji. If I had known, I wouldn't have let him construct that bounded field. Oh, Shinji said the bounded field school wasn't his. He said it should be another master. Yeah, that's true. It's obvious that there's another master at the school who we don't know about. But Shirou, don't tell me you're just trusting Shinji's word. That he's not the one who constructed it. No, I'm not nearly that good-natured. As long as Shinji goes to our school, I think there's an even chance he's doing it. The alternative is being the unknown master. Even, huh? So you're still being very good-natured. Well, that's fine. That good-natured is just the way you are. And that must be why Shinji told you his true identity. What do you mean by that? Oh well. So what did you talk with Shinji about? He asked me if I wanted to cooperate with him. It seems Shinji has no intention of fighting. Shit. So he seemed to want to ally with someone he knew. Eh? Shirou, then you... No. Isn't it natural of yous? I've already joined up with you. Even if I were to agree, I'd have to ask you first. Oh. Yeah, that is true. But didn't you say you refused? Well, yeah, like I said, I answered Shinji on my own. It wasn't something to debate. I wasn't too hasty, was I? Not particularly. I think your decision was correct. Well, if you were the one who asked, it's not something I can complain about. The way she mumbles, so isn't like Tosaka at all. So that was from Shinji. From what I saw, Ryder isn't a strong servant. Even putting Berserker outside of the picture, I don't think she had the same presence as Lancer and Ryder. And Ryder itself is more normal than I expected. If you think so, it must be true. But a servant's true power is determined by the noble phantasm. Please do not underestimate her until we find out Ryder's true identity. Yeah, I mean, I really couldn't tell which hero one she was. See, Lancer and Berserker, they feel like heroes, right? But Ryder didn't have that feeling. It felt like she was different than a normal servant. Different from a normal servant? I do not understand. Rin, can you explain Shirou's strange feeling? Huh? Yeah, I think I understand. Well, it's because the master influences which heroic spirit is summoned as a servant. The master and servant end up being kind of similar. So if the master is a noble person, a heroic spirit similar to them will be summoned. And if the person with a huge scar on their mind summons a heroic spirit with a scar on their mind appears as well. The strange feeling Shirou had towards Ryder must be that. A master with a crooked mind sometimes summons vengeful ghosts, almost like heroic spirits instead of a hero. Vengeful ghosts, kind of like heroic spirits? What did I call that again? Anti-hero? Whatever. Could that be what you were talking about from before? Yeah, a mass murderer that loves the sight of blood and thinks nothing of killing people. Actually, there are heroes with only massacres to the legend, so it's not strange for someone like that to become a servant. That's so... Certainly I could smell blood in Ryder, but she didn't seem like a bloodthirsty killer. Well, I mean, that's all there was to say about Ryder. There's only one other thing, but it might actually be the most important. According to Ryder, there seems to be another master at the Ryudo Temple. I guess this master is collecting magical energy from everyone in this town. What do you guys think? Ryudo Temple? You mean the temple at the top of the mountain? Yeah, does it mean something? Of course not. It's just the opposite. We've been to the Ryudo Temple. I've never been to the Ryudo Temple. I don't know what kind of master this person is, but normally you wouldn't choose to position yourself in such a remote place. Yeah, I mean, it surprised me too, when I heard a master is at the Ryudo Temple. Even though it won't draw people's attention, there are many monks living there. If they act weird, I think it'd be in quick uproar. I can't quite trust that story. Even if it was the case, the Ryudo Temple's on the outskirts of the suburbs, right? To reach out to Miyama City and Shinto is more like a waste of magical energy than a great magic. Such a large-scale magic is possible even with the magical energy collected from it. Then she starts to think about a troubled face. I'm relying on Tozaka's opinion, so there's nothing I can do until she talks again. No, that story is very plausible. If one takes that temple, such magic would naturally be possible. Saber, when you say that temple, you know about Ryudo Temple? I haven't even taken you there yet. Did you forget, Shirou? I have participated in the Holy Grail War previously as well. I am well informed about the city, and I know the temple is a fallen ley line. Fallen ley line? Hold up, that's where my house is. Why are there two foci of ley lines in one area? I do not know, but that temple is a place mages can call sacred. I hear it is where the life of that region flows, so it would be a perfect base to collect souls from. A mage need only intervene in the natural flow to collect life forces from the whole city. I've never heard of that. But if that's the case, then it would certainly be possible for someone to steal life forces from all the people in the city. In other words, it's just an area with a spiritually superior, right? I mean, it's only natural. You don't really build a temple anywhere else. Of course. You don't need to tell me that. I thought so. Temples and shrines have been built in sacred places to protect the town since ancient times. It's not that the monks pray to grant happiness, they remove evil by sealing the ill-omened. On that basis, it's only natural that the mountain Ryudo Temple's on would be a sacred place. Hey, I don't want to consider this, but do you think that Ryudo Temple was just for show? Yeah, I did. Is there something wrong with that? Until now, I thought the temple was just for show because it didn't have any practicing healers. What do you mean? What are you talking about? People who let ghosts go to heaven without using chants, faith, or prayers. Enlightened people who try to do with just Buddhist powers, but monks without training haven't reached that level yet, so they add their own power to create spells like ours. There's some kind of organization with those kinds of people in this country, but they're incompatible with Mages Association, so I don't know too much about them. No, more importantly, the temple. If that temple is a ley line, Master should try and take it immediately. That's strange. Why are the others ignoring that place? I mean, it's because the Ryudo Temple's there, right? They keep watch, so it doesn't get misused. The monks at the Ryudo Temple are all pure monks in training. They aren't like us, so it'd be easy for a master to control them. No, Rin, that's wrong. It would certainly be easy for a master to gain control of that temple, but it is a mountain. That mountain has a battlefield that is inconvenient for masters. A battlefield that's inconvenient for us? Yes, there's a spell on that mountain that tries to eliminate anything other than natural spirits. It has no effect on normal humans, but it is a dreadful place for us servants. Eliminates anything other than natural spirits? Then that means servants can't enter the mountain. It is possible, but our abilities would degrade. It is much like receiving a command spell telling us not to go near that place. Then how's the master of the Ryudo Temple maintaining its servant? There is no battlefield once you enter the temple. I hear that the battlefield was originally aborted to protect the temple. The battlefield is only something that rejects people from outside, so it has no other powers. Then if we make it inside, there's nothing that affects the servant? But that's strange. If you close the temple off like that, the ley line itself would stop. You'd have to at least keep one way open, or it couldn't be the center of a ley line, right? Yes, if you think in terms of the temple, you cannot refuse those visiting the area through the proper entrance. It may be following on this idea, but I've heard that the road leading to the temple does not have the bounded field. At that temple, only the main gate does not have the power to command us servants. I see. That must be it. If you close off all the gates, the air inside will stagnate. Only the main gate, huh? That is all that I can tell you. So please come up with a plan. We have proven that there is a master, so I believe there's only one action to take. I know what Saber wants to say. Her eyes tell me that since the location of our enemy is known, all that's left is to attack. But I'm gonna pass on this. It seems like a trap, and honestly I can't take any action with this little information. If we're going to carry on the home ground, you should at least wait until you find out what kind of servant they have. That is unexpected. I thought you would go and fight. Go ahead and insult me. Archer isn't fully healed yet, so I'll remain the spectator for a while. I understand. Then Shirou, let us go to the temple by ourselves. Saber says this is the natural thing to do, but that's... No, I feel the same way as Tosaka. We shouldn't go there yet. What? Are you saying you will not fight either? No way. What am I resting my body for until now? Now we know where our enemy is. We have to attack. I know that, but we gotta wait, Saber. If the master at Ryudo Temple is that careful, it'll certainly be a trap. It would be suicidal to go there without any plans. As Tosaka says, we could at least wait until Archer's healed. Such danger is normal. I have never expected to earn victory without getting hurt. Even if the enemy traps pierce my body, I can fight as long as I do not give them my neck. It is enough that we can beat the master with no matter what injury I bear. Hey, don't go saying shit like that. It's never okay to get hurt. It's fine to go knowing there's danger, but it's a suicide attack. It's stupid. As your master, I can't let you do something so dangerous. That's right. Going to Ryota Temple is certainly a suicide attack. There will be some obstacle on the road, on the only road heading to the temple. It's fine to accept that and go, but heading there without any plans is just suicidal. No matter how strong Saber is, she has me as a handicap. If she pushes herself in fights, and the result is that picture again. Just like what happened at that time. I can't agree to that. What are you saying? Look, Master, servants are meant to get hurt. I will not allow my master to avoid a fight in fear of that. It doesn't matter if you don't allow it. If you're going to push yourself, I'll stop you as many times as necessary. If you don't want that, heal yourself quickly. You're not fully healed yet, right? It should not interfere with my fighting ability. There is no need to consider prolonging a battle due to my wound. Sarah's will to the fight does not change. Jeez, why doesn't she understand that even after I tell her this much? Okay, fine, but I can't agree to that easily. You lost a berserker before. Are you going to push yourself and fight and get both you and me defeated again? Don't kid me. I don't want to be killed that miserably ever again. So, I thought she would argue right back, but instead she takes a breath and... Bringing that up is unfair, Shirou. She says as if apologizing. I'm sorry if I'm being unfair, but I won't be attacking anyone yet. I can't ignore the master at Ryota Temple either, but we're in no condition to fight. If we fight like this and lose, who will stop the master at Ryota Temple? Look, we'll only be attacking after your wound is healed and we're in perfect shape. If you have any complaints, go find yourself another master. I understand. If Master says so. After answering in a quiet voice, Saber falls silent. The conversation's over. Tosaka has returned to her room, and Saber returns to her room as well. Staying alone in the living room, I really regret what I did. Now, it's too late already. I can't. I could have put it another way, so why? Why could I only convince her using words that make her look like that? Shirou's bummed he had to drop the hammer. An hour's fine. It's already getting kind of late. So I think this is going to be it for tonight, guys. Let's go over here. I hope I remember which one. Alright, but that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for anybody who stuck around. Yeah. See y'all same time next week. Have a great week. Until then. I don't think I'll be able to do another Monday stream just because my schedule's so busy. But it's not like I had anything lined up for there anyway, so who cares? Anyway, there you go.